What's happening with it, family? It's your boys Black and Blue. Back at you right once again. Give you a little bit of ice opinions on what's going on in the news. What's going on, homeboy?
I'm good, man. What's good with you?
I can't call it, man. I can't call it. Just a little few wild stuff in the news this week, man. It ain't been a
Yeah,
big,
interesting week.
yeah, it ain't been a big news week, but the stuff that they had, whoo, just
Heavy.
make you scratch your head. What's up with your boy Harvey Weinstein, homie? Dude is sick. Oh, his assistant filed a lawsuit, man. She said
Damn.
I'm gonna tell you. He said he used to grope her and stuff too, but this is what he had her doing. After he got busy or whatnot, she had to clean up his semen in the office and stuff. And she had to order these prescriptions for him to inject in himself that put in his coat pocket. So whenever he went and had like he met up with a chick or whatnot, he would pump that in him.
Sick stuff, man. That is some sick stuff. And I mean, did they say how long she was doing it before she, you know what I mean?
She worked there like 2 years.
That's a long time to be doing that stuff, though. I don't know, man. I don't see. I know some people do stuff that could be morally wrong, like 'cause, they need a job or pay bills, whatever, man. But I don't know. I can do something like that for 2 whole years. That's a long time.
Right.
That's a long time to reach your breaking point of knowing what he's doing.
Right. What's that? I forgot the name of that movie. It was like a fashion movie. Um.
With Meryl Streep.
Yeah. It's like.
The Devil Don't Wear Prada. Something.
Yeah.
I think something like
Yeah,
that.
that's one of my movies right there. I always love that
Yeah.
joint. But working with people like that is wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean that ain't the same thing. That's on a whole nother level. I'm just talking about being under
True.
somebody that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised, that she had the stomach for that, though. I mean, you cleaning up somebody else's semen and, you know what I mean, and helping them date rape people, like, that's a whole...
No. She didn't help. She didn't help him date rape. What he did is whenever he went on his encounters, she was the one who ordered his I guess his some type of injection. It's like I guess he take a needle and pump it in his pump it in his joint before he go and have sex or whatnot.
Oh, instead of taking the pill.
Yeah. So she didn't do that. She just had to order the prescriptions, and whenever he got ready to leave or go out, she had to make sure he had them in his pocket.
Wow.
And then he would just throw them on the floor if an encounter went down in his office, and then she would have to come and clean it up.
Wow. Yeah, I can't, that's some crazy stuff, man. But that's a long time to be doing it, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Oh, what's up with you?
day-to-day basis.
What's up with your boy Vince McMahon, man? He about to he about to come back with that football league. I remember that the dude, he hate me. They had them crazy names and stuff. But yeah, like he.
Yeah. He said he bringing back the XFL. He said he bringing it back in 2020.
Okay.
Because last time he had it was back in 2001, and it was a decent interview. He was explaining how the first time he did it, he only had 1 year to plan things out. He had like a whole bunch of investors, and then it was very reliant on gimmicks and whatnot. And he said when he bring it back in 2020, he learned a lesson, and things changed so much since then that it really be focused on football itself. So it won't be so much focus on like half-naked cheerleaders and antics on the field, off the field. He don't want no crossover between the wrestlers and the football players, and he fronting all the money himself. So I think he said between 8 to 10 teams starting out, and he gonna own all the teams himself.
Okay.
So it cost him 100, and I think he put up $100 million for the endeavor.
Oh yeah. He sold some of the stock he had in his own
Stock he had
in the WWE. Yeah, a little bit of stock in that.
So he said he didn't want that to answer anybody, or like if it goes right, he take all the credit. If it goes wrong, it's all on him. But he made some interesting other comments too, because his I guess he's a Trump supporter because his wife works for the administration
Okay.
as the head of small business affairs, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so he made some comments also. Like, he broke down what type of teams that he wanted to have, but he also said that the players can have no criminal record whatsoever to be considered to play for him, and they can't and they won't have a platform for other social issues. So for him to say that, to me, you kind of like, you trying to aim for the alt-right, or you going for that conservative white audience for your football games. You know what I mean? For him to mention that, but he tried to say like he didn't want any distractions. He want to be strictly about entertainment and football. So in some ways, I get it. In other ways, I don't know. You know what I mean? I gotta see how he gonna play that out because the way he worded some of that is like, are you gonna try to make this ultra conservative football league that you still having black players pretty much as slaves, like gladiators, or you know what I mean, or gonna be more player driven?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to jump to conclusions. So I see what he's gonna do, but I can say I think it is time for the NFL to have some type of competition, though.
Yep.
I do agree with that because I think it'll kind of like even up the playing field a little bit, and also it could be an opportunity for more black players to make money as well. Because he did say even though it was a short season, because the season won't start in January, of course you don't want to compete with the NFL. The player's contract will be a 52-week contract, so it will be a year-round work for them.
Okay.
So what he was saying was, outside of the field, outside of the season, they'd be working within the communities and the community work and whatnot. They'll all promo people do. You know what I mean? Good promotions and staying involved. So
okay.
I think it'll be interesting.
Okay.
Personally, man, how you feel?
Man, shoot. I'm just like, I was amped. I'm thinking about it because I was amped for it, right?
Yeah.
And then as you broke all that stuff down with the Trump and the protests, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I can take it either two ways. I can take that as if like as a slight towards us, or you really trying to make the purpose of anything in entertainment is to entertain. Like he really want to focus on entertainment.
Okay.
And he even mentioned, he also said the games will be shorter and more fast paced.
Okay.
So it's about it'd be 2 hours instead of like 3-4 hours. And then he really want fan feedback as he's developing this league. So he even said like let him know if you want a halftime break or not, or things of that nature.
Okay.
So I give him props on that end. Like I said, I see how you play this thing out. Because like I'm assuming you want black players. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So are you gonna give them a voice? Like I understand that you don't want too many distractions because really NFL, they played that whole situation all wrong, and because they got drug out much longer than it should have been because of their arrogance, and the stubbornness.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of see where he come from that end, but I don't want to jump to conclusions of why he said what he said. But knowing that his wife is part of the Trump administration, you just can't help but to wonder if that was part of the intent.
Okay.
Real
talk.
But like I said, I don't want to until he actually started developing these teams and picking out because he haven't picked out the markets yet either. He said he's picking mid to large markets for these teams and names and all that stuff. So to me, all these things going to play a part in how I'm going to feel about it when it happens.
Okay.
But I think competition is always good. I mean, because like it's capitalism, man. Like, as long as the NFL is the leading league, they're gonna do whatever the hell they want. And last season was the first time they really bent the rules or showed some compromise to get things done. Like with the whole protest thing, like they started losing so many ratings. The ratings kept dipping and losing advertising. They bit their backs on that a little bit. And then the touchdown celebrations. Two seasons ago, they were getting fined left and right for dancing in the end zone.
Right.
And they lifted that rule up last season because I think they remembered that the NFL is entertainment. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're not entertaining every time you trying to do something fun. You throwing a fine at them. Like that was a straight place. That was a plantation mentality.
Right.
You know.
Mm.
So it's like if you got nothing to do, look busy type of thing. You know. So
right.
So we saw some adjustments. So we're gonna see if the XFL gonna do the same thing or not.
Okay. And speaking, man, switch subjects a little bit, man. My girl Erykah Badu, man, she came on a little fire this week, you know.
Oh man.
About her Hitler comments, but I get it. I see what she was saying. I think people got to read the whole context of the article for one thing. From like listening, watching social media, I'm like, y'all ain't hearing her. Basically, she was saying every evil person at one point had some type of spark of good in them. That's all she. Let's break
it down. Like Erykah Badu did an interview with Vulture,
and
the interviewer was Jewish, and it was a good interview, by the way.
It was excellent interview.
And he asked a question regarding her trip to I think she was in Palestine, and I guess she had some type of involvement with Farrakhan.
Mr. Farrakhan, salute, respect.
Right, and then, so people started labeling her as anti-Semitic, and then she said, "I didn't know what anti-Semitic was till they started accusing me of it." You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she was saying, "Yeah, I was just there to help the people."
Right.
And then basically she was saying she was a human. She said she was a humanist, and there's good in everybody, of some sort. And she said even in Hitler. So that was part of the and that was part of the outrage, because she's like, yeah, even Hitler was a and she didn't say he was good as in he was morally good.
Right.
She said Hitler was a good painter.
Right.
And then people stopped right there and when it was outraged about it. They didn't read the very next comment that she said. Because right after that interview, like, no, he wasn't. He was a he was a terrible
But I
painter.
heard he was a good painter. I don't really know, but I've seen little documentaries and stuff that say he dabbled in the painting. It was okay.
Right. So she's like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. And then later on in the interview, like towards the end of the interview, she reiterated to him, like, I hope did I offend you? He's Jewish now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, no, but I was kind of like eerie about your comments, this, that, and the third, but he was cool. So, you know, so it wasn't like she was really trying to like be disrespectful or anything like that. But I mean, but the greater point she was making was, we are told what to think,
right,
and we just run with it without questioning it. And she was saying she analyzed every situation differently on her own and come to her own conclusions,
right,
which is what we should be doing,
right.
You know, so like so even though Hitler did some very demonic, evil things, horrific things, he probably wasn't 100% pure evil either. You know, he probably loved his, you know, his team. You know what I mean? His friends or whatever the case may be. You know.
Right.
So but it's so funny because I was seeing all the comments. I just hop back on Twitter, the past couple of weeks, by the way.
Okay.
So you know, I ain't really been tweeting much. I just been kind of like just keep an eye on things, see what's going on.
Okay.
And of course, she was trending. So I'm reading the responses, and I'm reading. And I see black people going in on her, Jewish people going in on her, and then and I responded to a couple of Jewish people I saw in there, you know, cause they really went in. I ain't really like that, cause I was just like, okay, I get it. Hitler's a sensitive subject, that he was evil, it was the Holocaust, and you know he should forever be demonized. I get that, but on the same note, I just feel like it is a double standard. Cause I was like, look at America. They killed millions more of black people during the transatlantic slave trade. They killed millions more of Native Americans to take over the country. America's the only one that dropped nuclear weapons on ever. You know what I mean? On Japan, on Japanese civilians. Isn't that evil too? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I don't see you calling America evil.
Right.
You know, and they got a lot more bodies than Hitler.
And speaking of, it's always the double standard, because, you know, they cover their own bullshit. Let's keep it 100. Like, you're always hearing about the Holocaust, but what about, you know, Leopold II of Belgium? Because he wasn't no fucking king. Fuck him. You know, he killed damn near 10 million Africans, you know. But that ain't as equal as the Holocaust, but you don't hear about that. You know what I mean?
Right. Or if you mention it, or you mention slavery, they be the first one to tell you, get over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the problem that I have with it.
Right.
You know, like, be consistent across the board. Okay, yeah, Hitler is evil. I get that. Absolutely, I totally agree.
Right,
But
right.
at the same time, call out the bullshit on America too. But
Right,
you're not
right.
gonna say that about America because you get that American money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So who are you to put yourself on a higher, more compass than anybody else because of that? You know. And I also was saying that hell, Jewish people did some evil shit too. Like, it's no good and bad in war.
Right, right.
Everybody done something. It's a big gray area.
Right.
You know. So it's like don't make it seem like don't call out him and don't call out your own shit. Like, everybody has their own fucking dirt.
Right.
Everybody got dirt.
Right.
You know what I mean? So and that's all I'm saying. So of course they ain't like my comments at all. You know what I mean?
They never do, boy.
they ain't want to hear none of that shit. But I'm like, yo, man, don't come on here, don't come online and act like I had done no evil deeds at all in your whole history. Like, come on now.
Right.
You know, because like the last time I checked, Palestine had nothing to do with putting the Jewish people in the Holocaust, but they the ones that losing some land over it.
Right.
Explain that shit to
Right.
me.
I've never understood that either too, and then you wonder why they fighting. That's just like there's two people fighting across the street, and then they feel sorry for somebody and they come and put them in your house. What do you put them in my house for? Right. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Why don't you, like? So I never really got that.
Because it doesn't make any sense. Because you look at war, how war works. When you get reparations from the country that wronged you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like when
why ain't they get their own land in Germany?
Exactly. That's what they should have had. You know what I mean? Why did that happen?
Right.
But and we slick know the answer to that.
Slick know the answer. We know.
We're not gonna go into it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get into it though. But yeah, but they don't want to hear that though, because like, of course, go back to like I'm always saying, they control the narrative. But Malcolm X is saying you let the enemy teach your kids, and and I think that kind of disturbed me too. It wasn't so much of the Jewish people going in on Erykah; it was black people too.
Right.
So it was like, yo, why you keep defending people who don't give a fuck about you? Like, and I said, did you not already forget who owns hip hop and what they've done to it? But now you want to defend it now?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I know, and like Erykah said, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I'm like, yo, I'm call this shit out, man. Like, don't sit here and defend them, and these same people you complain about, they effing you over.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, and really, I think we're the only people who do not own our own music.
Right.
We do not own our own genre. They got that shit, man. So it's like, yo, man. So it's like, we still don't get it, man. Like, and I hate to jump off topic, but same thing about the Women's March that just happened too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of black women was a part of that shit too. I have a problem with that. Because, like, my thing is the same thing with this whole movement. Like, these same women with the same talk about black lives don't matter.
Voted for Trump.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But now you're rocking with them in the march. And then my thing is, okay, you fighting for them and their rights, but where were they
when you needed yours?
Sandra Bland was in trouble? Where were they when the missing girls in D.C.? You know what I'm saying? I've never seen any white woman speak out against all that shit. But we jumping on to their bandwagon. So I rock with Erykah, man. Like, we got to think critically for ourselves and look at, we got to zoom out and look at the overall playing field.
Mm-hmm.
Because we so quick to hop on people's bandwagons, but nobody taking them for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, so I have a problem. So I hit it from that angle too. So yeah. But I just thought it was interesting, man. And Erykah Badu, man, like, I bet she could do nothing but smile just watching everything unfold online. Like y'all just confirmed everything she was just fucking saying in the interview.
Right.
Y'all are group thinkers,
Right.
And like, it's so scary that we live in an age of information. We have information at our disposals now, and we don't even read the shit.
Right.
We just read the damn headline.
Right.
And run with it.
Right.
So it's like, man, but yeah, man, like, people came at me, bro. Like, I thought I was about to get banned.
And the boy, the boy Questlove, man, he got hit with a racial discrimination lawsuit. So supposedly it was two white employees. They got a racist text or something from somebody, and I guess Questlove found out, and they said Questlove said they need to be let go, and they were let go. That's their version. So my thing is, even if you did get that, why were you showing it? I mean, who ain't gonna sit here and say we all ain't got a little jokes like that and we send a bunch of our peers, but you just should have kept it to yourself.
They were wrong from the get go. She never even had it. It's sitting around. So, like you say, even if it was true, you know, you were still in the wrong.
Right.
You know, and then NBC already stepped in and defended the decision about firing them. So,
Right.
Yeah, so I think that about to be a waste of money for them to try to pay for a lawyer and try to sue Questlove. Cause I don't see them winning that one.
Yeah.
And they suing for a lot of money too. I think he's suing, I want to say $1 million each. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I was like, y'all really thought that out?
Yeah. But my thing is too, man, like, we know who country this is, bro. Like, so, like, you can't tell me you can't find other work. Like, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm pretty sure they know somebody that knows somebody, and you know, to go on to the next network. You could be at CBS right now.
Right.
That's all we know. You know, so they ain't starving out there. I'm pretty sure of it.
Right. Going to give a salute to the boy Lil Jon, man. You know he building another school in Ghana, man.
Yeah. I think this is his second school. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he been doing this thing. I guess he been hiding out over there because we ain't seen him in a long time.
You know what he been doing? If my understanding is correct, for the last few years, he DJing. He like DJ in Vegas.
Oh, okay, yeah, like a little what they call it? Vegas, the stints in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, residency.
Residency. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know JD. He was out there doing that too.
Yeah, he sure was.
Yeah.
He sure was.
He was making bank.
He sure was.
Yeah. And what's up, man? I'm happy for him. I mean, you work your ass off and you do what you want to do.
Yeah. Plus with him, you know, he just dropped that new single with Live with Offset and 2 Chainz. It's gonna go hard too. And the thing about know what, the way the music is today, man, he don't really need no albums. You know, he a DJ. All he gotta do is get that one song pumping and it go everywhere, you know. So he was already good, straight, you know, from the other end. So salute to the boy Lil Jon, man. My man.
Absolutely. What else been going on, man?
Shoot, man. You heard about that black female astronaut, man? She was supposed to be she was removed from a mission, and her family, you know, they saying it's due to racism.
Wow, but they didn't give an official statement why she was removed?
Nah, her name is Jeanette Epps, man. You know, she was about to go on to the she was set to become the first black American to be a crew member of the International Space Station. Epps was pulled off the mission last week and replaced by Serena Onion Chancellor. NASA officials have yet to reveal why they decided to remove Epps, you know.
Oh, they gotta answer that, bro.
Yeah. Her brother said is being marginalized because she's a black female. He said, my sister, Dr. Jeanette Epps, has been fighting against oppressive racism and misogynists in NASA. Now they are now holding her back and allowing a Caucasian astronaut to take her place. Henry Epps wrote on a Facebook post. Salute to rolling out. This will be getting this info from. My sister deserves a chance just like her white peers. This administration policy and culture is reprehensible against their stance against women and minorities in this nation. We have lost all of the gains we gained over the past 40 years in 1 year. No more. We cannot continue to tolerate what is going on in America, but we must stand together and stand behind our people. Wow. So much for
they got answer to that.
Yeah. After just getting all that praise from hidden figures.
Yeah.
You know.
And you got to think about it too, man. Yeah, they had to go through a lot of time and training.
Yeah.
To go out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like years, I think. So like to do all that just to be removed, like what's up?
I'm gonna keep when they wrote hidden figures, man. When they first, I guess, I don't know if the book was named Hidden Figures first, but I guarantee you when this shit started off Hidden Niggas, because, you know.
It's kind of fucked up.
I know, right? Oh man, just having a little fun.
Crazy.
Just having a little fun, people. Come on, gotta be light with it. Gotta be light with it.
Yeah, man. What's been going on?
Yeah, I was. They say Bank of America is ending its practice of free checking for low-income people, man. And it's causing an outrage, man.
Man, people should have already been like left that bank anyway after they remember they just got exposed like a year or so ago
Mm-hmm.
by charging minorities a higher interest rate than the white counterparts.
Yep.
So we shouldn't even be banking over there any damn way.
Yeah.
To be real, it's like they ain't nothing new.
Nah, nothing
how
new
they
at all.
Yeah, black folks shouldn't even be over there anyway.
Yeah, man, and like what was it, a year or so back? Everybody was talking about putting money in the black banks. Did anybody do that, or was it just
No, I remember Killer Mike and a couple other people had like a big campaign
Mm-hmm.
where they actually showed up to the bank and they made a big day out of it to open up accounts.
Right.
I do remember that, but I would definitely like to see a follow up and see how many people have been maintaining accounts and how it's been operating. To be honest.
Right.
Because we live in a day and age where news hot today and dead tomorrow, and people just forget.
Right, that's true. That's very true. Yo, man, what was the little homie Trayvon Martin from?
I don't remember the name of that town in Florida. Can't think of the name of that town.
It's Sanford.
Yeah.
So it's a teacher, man. The parents in an uproar because I guess they sent some spelling words home, and the word on one of the pages, the word was nigger. But she said it was supposed she mistyped and hit the N instead of a B. It was supposed to be bigger for a first grade class. You think that was a mistake, man? It could have been a mistake. It could have been a mistake, man. It could have.
I'm trying to put my words together on this shit.
It could have been a mistake, man. I ain't gonna sit here and say the lady did.
But the irony of it, you made that mistake on a spelling test. Out of all the tests, like any other test you want to proofread, you should be able to proofread the spelling test.
Yeah, it was a study guide. It was a study guide for it or something like that, man.
Like I understand it's like you were writing a damn paragraph and it was just like it slipped and autocorrect and then pick it up or some shit. No, this was a spelling test. And then and how old were these kids?
They were in the first grade.
First grade, 6 years old. So you already know it wasn't no long spelling test. It probably only like damn 6 words. So I had them damn 6 words. Easy. Nigga right there. Oh my God. That bitch thought she was slick. That's what that shit is.
Oh man.
I don't know, man.
Oh man.
I don't know. But did she apologize?
Yeah, she gave an apology. She said, she wrote, "Dear parents, be advised there was a misspelled word on the blue spelling test I sent home yesterday. Please throw the blue list away and refer to the list and refer to this list for the next 6 weeks. I'll apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Please contact me if you have any concerns." She didn't say that about the word. She kind of skated over that a little bit.
Yeah, that was no real apology, bro. that was no real apology. She was minding all her student parents. Y'all student niggas to me. That's what I got from that shit.
Oh man.
I ain't buying that shit, man. No, man. Hey, it just show you how compassionate we are as a people, bro. I mean, we all have our evil ways too. I get that, but these parents ain't asking for her to even get fired. They're asking to apologize.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we are so quick to forgive and when it comes to them. You know what I'm saying? Like you best believe if a black teacher did some shit like that and sent home cracker Well, crackhead, they probably think about food. Honky, I guess.
Just not if you spell it K-R-A.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Triple
saying?
K-A.
You sit home cracking to some white kids back going home to their white parents. Oh, they'd be asking for her head.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be like, oh yeah, you know, she been such a great teacher for the past 15 years. She probably didn't mean nothing by it. Nah, that probably went for her. They'll be like, dog, we're gonna start her ass out. Get rid of her.
Right.
You know, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about that, man. There's a spelling test for 6-year-olds. They're probably more than 6 words on that damn piece of paper. I don't know how you could have missed that, bro. Oh, I ain't buying that shit, bro. No, bro. Flag on the play, bro. Fuck that. Nah, that bitch thought she was slick.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Cool, man. So that's gonna pretty much wrap it up, man. We gonna tune back in with you. Today is what? January 26th. Thank you for kicking it with Back in Blue, man. And we gonna be back with you in a few days. Salute. Hit that like button. Holla at your boys.